Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am up bright and early this morning. It's not quite daylight, so I've just got the little side lights on at the moment just to give a little bit of warmth. I really like those side lights in person, but I feel like on camera it's a little bit difficult with the lighting. So obviously we've got the very blue lighting coming in from outside, we've got the very warm lighting from the side lights, so hopefully it's not too weird lighting wise. I feel like it just looks a little bit purple in the camera, but it is currently Saturday morning and I'm actually off for a run this morning, which I'm really looking forward to. Me and Alex have got a bit of a Saturday morning tradition. I'll usually head off on my run, he'll head to the gym, and then we'll see each other afterwards, and it's just a really nice way to start the weekend. I feel like we've really got into the tradition of it and the habit of it, and it's such a lovely habit to have gotten into because it just means that we are starting the weekend off on a great foot. So alarms went off at 7 this morning, which was actually a bit of a lion for us, so I really enjoyed it. But I've just got my running gear on. I've gone for a bit of a boring running outfit today, I'm not gonna lie. It's just an all black look. I definitely am going to have to look into getting some more wintry running pieces now that I am running really regularly, because it is getting a bit too cold for this kind of an outfit. I've just got 3/4 length leggings on. These are my ASOS 401 leggings, which I really like. Got some little, I think these are Everlast socks, and then a little black Nike top, because I feel like nothing is more sleek and chic than an all black running outfit. I'm definitely going to need to get into getting some long sleeves, some long leggings, things that are just a little bit warmer to run in when the weather gets even colder than it already is. I can just about cope with this for now. I've actually put a hair mask in this morning, so I don't know if you can tell. I feel like it always goes a little bit crispy when you've got your hair mask in a ponytail. I normally put it in a bun, but I find that bun never lasts when you're running. So I've just slicked it back in a hair mask. I'm actually using, please excuse how messy my desk is, but I've used this one this morning. This is the L'Oreal Vitamino Color one, and this is really targeted at coloured hair. If you use bleach or any kind of colour, any highlights or anything. I obviously have balayage. And it's a really good one for like moisturising, just adding that like moisture back into your hair. Because I did find this morning, or yesterday actually, it was the main time I noticed it, was my hair was looking a little bit dry and a little bit straw-like. So I thought I'll put the hair mask in and leave it in for whilst I'm doing the run. So it's in for a good like hour or so, and then I can wash it off later. So that I have lovely, soft, luxurious hair after my run, ready for the weekend. I've also got my Apple Watch on at the moment. A few of you have noticed actually that I've not been wearing it recently. I used to wear it like back in springtime. I'd wear it pretty much every single day, like all day. I definitely would say that I've changed with regards to my habits with the Apple Watch. I don't wear it all day anymore. I mainly just wear it for my exercises, so like my running, if I'm going swimming, if I'm going to the gym. I personally do find it, because it is a very techie looking item, and I don't know, I just was finding it was a little bit bulky, and like sometimes, especially in like my summer outfits, it was really detracting from the outfit in my opinion. So I've not been wearing it as much like every day. I tend to just put it on when I'm exercising and then take it off and swap it for my lovely Pandora jewellery whenever I'm wanting a pretty outfit. But yeah, I am ready to go. I feel like I'm rambling to you to put off heading out for the run, because I know it's going to be cold and I know it's going to be a bit of a tough run, but I will catch you guys in a bit. Well, a proper good morning to you. I am back from my run. I am washed, showered and feeling fresh. I am just going to do a bit of a hair up day kind of a day, because I am really trying hard not to use too much heat on my hair at the moment, and I feel like doing these just like buns, whether it's like a tight, really slick back bun, or even just like a loose bun like today, is a really great way of making sure that I am not using heat on my hair and just giving it a bit of a break. But I had a really lovely run this morning. It was beautiful blue skies, a typical autumnal morning, really chilly, but so lovely. So I definitely think I need to look into getting myself maybe some new activewear for the winter period. But I'm just about to do my makeup today. I think I'm just going to go for something really simple, because I don't really want to be wearing too much on my face. It's just a really cozy, relaxed weekend. So I'm just going to start off with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I really like this because it is a protecting primer, so it's got SPF 30 in it, which is perfect for a day like today. I don't think I'm going to be leaving the house all too much, but it's just a little bit of protection. I do find that in summer I like to stick to like an SPF 50. in autumn, winter, I'm usually fine with the 30. I feel like that is definitely enough. Apologies if you can hear any kind of banging or clanging in the background, but Alex is currently in the next room just doing a few little home improvements at the moment, just fixing a few bits around the house, which I feel like is just the most typical Saturday morning task. But in terms of my base, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm going to use the H2O skin tint from Pixie, but I think I need to change shades. This is number 3 warm, and I think I need to change to number 2 beige, because even though I do still use my fake tan in autumn, winter, I always stick to more of a light to medium tan rather than a darker tan, and I feel like this is just a little bit too dark for me now, so I think I'm going to use this. And there's anything more satisfying than opening a new product. So this is the H2O skin tint. It's a tinted face gel, and it basically feels like a moisturizer. Like, I feel like it's the lightest thing you could ever use, and what I quite like about it is I feel like there's different ways that you can apply it for different kind of finishes. So if you want to apply it more like a foundation, have a little bit more coverage, I apply it with a brush. If you want the sheerest, literally just a little bit of color on your face, a little bit of kind of, not perfection, but you know what I mean, just to airbrush your skin a little bit, I'll just apply it with my fingers, and it genuinely does feel like a moisturizer. But I really like this. Not only does it add just a little layer of, you know, coverage so that my skin looks a little bit more even, it also brings my face to the same color as the rest of my body, because I don't really fake tan my face much. I was finding that actually using fake tans on my face was really clogging up my pores, and after having a couple facials, the feedback was always your pores are very clogged. And I kind of notice a bit of a correlation, so I just find that I'm best off not tanning my face at all, accepting that it's going to be a completely different colour to the rest of my body without anything on. But I'm kind of at the point now where I don't really, if I am to go out the house, I won't ever go out the house with nothing on to make sure that my face is the same colour. So I will literally just apply this with my fingers. It gives the lightest coverage. It's so lovely. It does not feel heavy at all, but it just helps to kind of match it all up and make it look a little bit more seamless. But this is just the perfect product to use for a bit of a no makeup kind of a day. But yeah, this isn't like my usual everyday makeup. This is more just weekend makeup for something that's super simple. I'm just going to apply the tiniest bit of bronzer just to make sure that my face doesn't look completely flat, because I do find that when I apply product without bronzer, your face just goes a bit 2D. This is just the Hourglass Ambient Light palette, and I literally just swirl these two together for a really subtle bronze, and just a way of adding a little bit of dimension to my face. Okay, for brows, I'm not going to do my full normal brow routine just because it is a day of doing nothing. I'm going to use, this is the Pixie Natural Brow Duo, and it's a really good one because it has a like coloured little kind of stick, but it also has the gel on the end, and this is like a really easy gel. Like, it keeps my brows in place without feeling too heavy. I do love the Refi Brow Gel because it keeps my brows in place all day. It is really strong, but if I want to feel like I'm not wearing any makeup, that is not the right product, because it definitely feels it. And I'm quite lucky, to be fair. Like, my brows don't really need much doing. It's mainly just this corner bit. I feel like my eyebrow curve is just not very full and doesn't really match up to the rest of my eyebrows, but the front bit doesn't really need much doing to it, so I'll literally just apply that and then give them a little brush through, and that's all I'll do with my brows today. In terms of eyes, just to make sure that they don't look completely different from the rest of my face, I'm just going to use the Hourglass bronzer again. I'm going to use the lightest shade, and with just a little fluffy brush, I'm just going to pat that in to mainly the crease and just kind of over my eye a little bit. And it's a really great way. I was actually watching a video the other day, and it really made me laugh because it was basically a guy, and he was like rating girls' makeup and like what they would wear on a first date, and you know what it says or something like that. And he showed a photo and literally said in the photo, he was like, if you're showing up with a no makeup look with just a little bit of like lip balm or something, and honestly it cut, someone had clearly like, obviously like duetted the video, and it cut to someone going, if that's what men think a no makeup look is, then we have succeeded in catfishing all of the men, because it was like basically this, you know, where it's like you want to look like you're not wearing any makeup, but it still has taken you a good 10 minutes and at least 5 products. So yeah, it was making me laugh. Like, her skin was flawless. She'd clearly used a lot of foundation for her base, and like she had blusher on, she had highlight, she had bronzer, so it was really funny, just that whole like men don't think you're wearing anything when in actual fact we're wearing a lot. A little bit of volume, because I do find that it really helps in terms of keeping my lashes a little bit fuller, and also meaning that I don't feel like I have to wear as much mascara. I feel like once I've curled my lashes, they don't need as much mascara on, so I'm just going to use the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume, which I really like. And one thing I like about this mascara, it's a real one that you can build and add to. So if I just want a no makeup look, I'll just do like a really light stroke and I will leave it at that. So it really is just a no makeup, barely anything on your eyes. You just want to feel super comfy kind of a look. So voila, I think I'll just add a little bit of lip balm. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge lip balm, and I really like this because it's just a nice light one. It gives a nice bit of moisture without being too sticky. I really hate lip balms that feel like you're wearing lipstick, because I don't want it to be sticky, I don't want to feel it on my lips, I just want to give them a little bit of moisture. And that is my no makeup look for the day. It has literally taken me 9 minutes of filming. That's including chatting through it, explaining, talking. I would say on a good day this takes about 5 minutes to do, and that's all I'm going to be doing for today's look. So I'm just going to get some simple jewellery on, get myself ready. I'll show you my outfit of the day, because it really is a lovely, cozy, simple Saturday, and these are my favourite kind of weekends. If this isn't just the coziest little weekend outfit of the day, then I don't know what is. So in terms of jewellery, I've just got the most simple, my little diamond necklace from Alex, my stud earrings from Pandora, which I absolutely love, and I really am becoming quite a creature of habit with the things I wear from Pandora every day. My favourites are currently this little chain bracelet, my knot ring, and then my June birthstone ring, and my little wishbone bangle. They are my current favourites. And I've just got obviously the slick back bun look, and I've just gone for a little Ralphie jumper and leggings, and I really like this combo. I know I did it the other day with the green jumper, and I really liked it. It was just super comfy, super easy to wear. I definitely think I need more winter jumpers in my collection, because I feel like for days like today, these just really cozy, super simple knits are just the perfect thing that I want to wear with a pair of leggings, maybe some riding boots if we are going to be heading out in a little crossbody bag. One thing I will say about this one is my green jumper is in I think it's a men's small. This is in a woman's extra large, and I do wish I'd gone for a large, because it is slightly too oversized, and I do find as I walk it kind of like it comes quite loose. I do wish I'd maybe sized down a little bit in this, so I will say just be careful with these jumpers not to size up too much. Like, they do look quite nice when they're nice and loose, but I do wish I'd gone down just one size. But obviously I've rolled the sleeves up just to give it a bit more of a casual everyday look, but such a cozy, simple Saturday outfit. Oh my goodness, I just wanted to show you the sweetest little delivery. This just arrived from Monica Vinader, which is a jewellery brand that I think is just absolutely gorgeous. They have some really lovely pieces, and they've been so kind to send over a little present. So I thought I would show you what's in here. I have no idea what is in here. They literally DM'd me and asked if I would like to receive a... Oh my goodness, this is just adorable. It's a little blue travel jewellery box with my initials engraved. Oh my word. That is the cutest thing in the world. That is so lovely. Oh, that's adorable. Look at that. You've got like all of the space for like your rings, you've got space for like your necklaces and your bracelets, and then up here you can put your earrings in. And I do find that I struggle a lot when it comes to jewellery, you know, like getting all kind of like tangled together in travel cases. That is such a sweet travel case, and it's also got Monica Vinader engraved there, which is so lovely. This is such a stunning shade of blue. It's like a really lovely, I can't quite put my finger on what shade it is. It's like a tealy almost blue, which I think is so sweet. Let me have a feeling. Oh, look at that. That looks just like one of their pieces that they've got, like a pendant that they have for their like bracelets and necklaces. Oh, that is such a kind gift. Thank you so much, Monica Vinader. What a lovely little treat. And I love the fact that it comes in a little dust bag as well. That's so sweet. I think that would make such a cute Christmas present, so I'll link that down below. If they do the engraving service as well online, I definitely recommend it, because I always think engraving and like personalizing something is the loveliest thing that you can do when it comes to Christmas presents or birthday presents or anything like that. So I'll link that down below. But I now need to go downstairs and have a bit of a sort out, because I feel like the kitchen's just gotten to a place where it's not like unclean, but it's just like untidy, you know, when there's just stuff everywhere, and I always find by the end of the week it ends up like this. I feel like when you start to just get a little bit lazy, maybe don't pick up after yourself every night, and every Saturday morning I like to just do a bit of a blitz of the kitchen, put everything away and get it back to the state that I like it to be in. So cue the time lapse, let's get going.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet.
So I've just come upstairs because I have just realised that I've not given you an update about my shoulder. Normally I would sit downstairs and have a chat, but the washing machine is on. There's a lot going on downstairs at the moment, so I thought I would come up to the peace and tranquility of my dressing room. But yeah, I've not spoken about my shoulder recently, and I just want to thank you guys for your lovely messages, your comments, any like tips and advice that some of you have been giving me. Honestly, it's so much appreciated. And I'm the kind of person I don't really like to talk about, especially pain, very much. And I think that stems from the fact that I actually come from a family where there are a couple of people in my family with very severe disabilities. And it's kind of like you always almost compare yourself. And I know that might sound a little bit silly, but whenever something happens, I always think to myself, yeah, but it's not nearly as bad as the full-blown disability from a family member. And so I often underplay pain, or underplay just like things going on, because I always feel like, I know this is probably gonna sound silly, but I always have the mentality of there's always someone worse off, which I know you shouldn't really have, but it's just something that I feel like is ingrained in me through no fault of anyone else's. I think that's just a personal thing. So I always find it a little bit like, I feel very vulnerable when I open up about the fact that I am struggling with something, or I've got a lot of pain with something. So I just want to thank you guys for your lovely messages. And yeah, nerve pain is a tough one. I literally just, it's just a really weird one, because there's nothing you can do. Like often when you have pain in other areas, like things can be relieved, you can do something, whether that's like a bath or, you know, an ice pack, or it's just one of those things where just like nothing touches it. So it's really annoying, and it keeps like moving down my arm. But I've had one session of acupuncture so far, and it went really well actually. The acupuncturist, I'm not entirely sure what their official terms are, was lovely. She was the sweetest thing, and did some exercises with me. It was kind of like getting my shoulder moving, working out what I can and can't do. I didn't realise at the time, but I actually can't move my neck fully this way. Like that's about as far as I can go. And when I tilt it like this way, obviously I can tilt it as far as this way. I kind of stop there. And it's little things that maybe I hadn't realised it was that bad. So I had my first acupuncture appointment, and if you don't know what acupuncture is, it's a kind of like, I'd say it's like a mix of like a holistic and medical kind of thing that you can get done. It's very relaxing, very like, you know, you're in almost like a massage bed, but it's obviously very medical because it's like with needles. They're looking into the kind of like nerve, all of that jazz. I don't really understand it, but yes. So funnily enough, I'm actually someone that's not a big fan of needles. I wouldn't call it a phobia, but I do faint a lot when it comes to needles. So I did say to her, it's okay if I lie face down, I don't want to see them. She was like, that's absolutely fine. I was going to ask you to do that anyway. So I laid face down, and basically she places them all along my arm. And it's a really weird sensation, because you don't feel like, you know, with an injection, like you can feel what this makes me up when I talk about it. But you know, you can feel it. This you don't feel. You basically get like a flicking, like she flicks it in. I don't really understand. I've not seen anyone that's brave enough to see. I'm sure it's a really cool thing to watch, but not brave enough to see. And she basically, so you literally feel like that on your skin, like a flicking sensation. And then she kind of leaves them in for maybe about half an hour. You lie there, it's very relaxing. You just kind of let your mind just go. I kind of fell asleep a little bit, I won't lie. But it's really weird, because she doesn't move the needles, she doesn't touch them, she doesn't fiddle with them about, but it's just randomly, clearly where they're working, you'll just suddenly feel, and I don't know where exactly she'd place them, but they were kind of along the back of my arm. I found often the front of my arm, I would randomly get this, and the only way to describe it is it felt like a drop in the pond. Like, you know, when you see, like, you're watching a pond and you just see that little drop and it just kind of ripples out. It felt like that, but like ice cold. So I just randomly get this ice cold drop, and it just felt like release of tension. So one session down, it's obviously not completely gone, it's not been completely cured. I definitely felt a huge relief for about a day afterwards. It is starting to come back and it is starting to get a little bit achy now again, I'm not gonna lie. The other day I think I overdid it a bit and I was I was carrying some heavy boxes and just sorting some things out with like my dressing room and deliveries and things like that, and I think I pushed it a little bit too hard. So I have spent a couple of days in a little bit more pain than I think I would have if I hadn't done that. So I have another appointment booked for the end of this week, so hopefully maybe like 3 or 4 sessions should hopefully kind of cure it and kind of get to the bottom of it, because it has been really, really tough. I keep having to like sit on the sofa with like a pillow tucked underneath my arm just because otherwise I can't really get comfortable. I do find especially as well, I've noticed that I can't sleep on this side, which is my good side, because I think it's because it's like the stretching of this and like the nerve doesn't like it, and actually it really likes me to sleep on this side so I can like curl up and almost like put pressure on it. It's such a bizarre one, but yeah, I realized I hadn't given you an update, so that is the latest update on my strange trapped nerve, spasmy, muscly shoulder. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for all your concern, all your messages. I honestly just feel so, so grateful for you guys, because some of the remedies that maybe you've suggested as well I've looked into, and some of them have been really helpful. It's just like a little bit of relief in just helping it with like the process. A few people have said that they would love to know how acupuncture is because they've never tried it, and I can let you know at the end of my sessions, but first session was really, really good, and I am very hopeful that the next sessions will completely get rid of it. But yeah, thought I would give you a little bit of an update.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane, and as the startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb.
Good morning everyone, and happy Sunday. It is the most beautiful autumnal Sunday morning. It has actually been raining all night and all morning up until this point. I won't lie, I woke up this morning and it was pitch black. It was so dark I thought it was the middle of the night. Turned over and looked at my clock and it was 7:45, which is quite a lie for me now, but it was so dark I honestly thought it was the middle of the night. And I don't normally use my Lumi light when it comes to weekends. I usually just let myself wake up naturally, because normally it is daylight by the time that I wake up, but it really wasn't this morning, so maybe I need to start using my Lumi light on the weekends as well, at least until the clocks change, which actually they should be changing the day that this video goes up, or potentially maybe in a couple of days. I can't remember what, I think it's Halloween that they're changing this year, or at least the day before. But yeah, I cannot wait for the clocks to change. I know that it means that we get less daylight in the evening, but I struggle so much waking up when it's not daylight, so I'm very excited for the clocks to change so we get a little bit more daylight earlier on in the morning, although it is going to be tough losing that hour's sleep. The sun has now come out and it is a beautiful blue sky day, which is just so lovely. The sun is shining through and it's literally dancing. I'm so lucky where I live that there's a lot of greenery. We've got a wisteria in our garden, we're surrounded by a lot of trees, and the way that the light just dances through the trees, I'm just looking at over there because I just love the way that it hits this room, because obviously we've got the Velux as well as the bifold doors, and it dances. It is the most magical thing in the world, and it just puts me in the best mood. So I've just made myself a pumpkin spice latte. I am actually almost out of my syrup. This is the syrup I've been using all month. It is the pumpkin caramel scone and I absolutely love it. But as you can see, I am almost out, so I think maybe it's about time that I start looking into the more festive syrups. When is the right time to switch from your pumpkin to your Christmas syrups? Let me know, but I'm gonna have a little look on Amazon and see what festive syrup they've got for the Christmas season. But I am going to enjoy my pumpkin spice latte, have a nice relaxing morning and enjoy this beautiful Sunday. Sunday's outfit of the day is a lovely cozy easy number. This is one of those outfits that feels like loungewear but looks a lot chicer and sleeker than it feels, which is what I really like about it. So I've just got this little roll neck on. I need to see if I can find something similar because this is quite old, but I really like this short sleeve because it just means that my arms are a bit more free and like it's not too chilly today, so it's perfect. And it goes really nicely if you just layer a little bit of jewellery, just something dainty over the top just to kind of give a bit of a pop. I'm not gonna lie, I'm wearing the exact same jewellery that I wore yesterday, and I've even got my hair in a bun again, because if you don't outfit repeat, or at least hair and jewellery repeat at the weekend, then when don't you? But I've just got the little roll neck on with a pair of wide leg trousers. I'll see if I can find these and link them down below, because again, this is like a really old outfit and something that I am just drawn to on like Sundays when I want to be super cozy. And I'm actually heading to my mum's later for a roast, so I also want something with an elasticated waistband that I can eat all the food in. And of course we're completing the outfit with my Ugg slippers, because when are you not on a Sunday morning? But yeah, it's like one of those outfits that is just so comfy, it's so easy to wear, so cozy, but still looks quite chic, still looks quite pulled together. And I think I'll just chuck a chunky knit cardigan over the top when I head round to my mum's. But yeah, the perfect Sunday outfit of the day. Now I have a real question. Is there anything more wholesome to do on a Sunday than to bake? So seeing as though I am heading over to my mum's later for a roast, I thought I would provide the dessert for everyone. And there's something I've been doing recently. I've been really getting back into my baking. I've been a little bit nervous to show you guys because I'm not the best cook in the world, and I've just been taking it easy and taking it slow and getting the hang of it, if that makes sense. So I've done this twice already now, so I am pretty confident that I can do it quite well. And that is a strawberry and peach crumble. Now I know that's going to sound like a bit of a strange combo, because every time I say it to people, I'm like, a strawberry and peach crumble, they're like, oh, I've never heard that combo. We've obviously got the classics like your apple and blackberry, apple and rhubarb. No one seems to have ever had a strawberry and peach crumble before, and it was actually Gemma Louise who I saw this on. It was a reel that she did. I think she also did it on her YouTube channel as well. And oh my goodness, I was like, that sounds like my kind of crumble, because I've always found that most of the crumbles I've had have never been quite sweet enough. And obviously peaches and strawberries are very sweet fruit. So that's what I'm going to be making today for pudding for the roast. So I've got my ingredients out ready. Now, it is recommended to use actual peaches, but because they're out of season now, I've been using these. They're just peach halves that you can get in tins, and they are more than fine to use. I've done these every single time. So we've got the peaches, we've got the strawberries. It says to use a lemon, but I just use this lemon juice, which is fine. Golden caster sugar, ground cinnamon, and then for the actual crumble, it's really simple. We've just got sugar, flour, and butter. So it's one of the most simple recipes I think you could do. Also, my tripod over here, honestly, if you think it's all professionalism, the behind the scenes are often a different story. But we've got all the ingredients out here ready to make the crumble, so there's not even any like eggs involved or anything like that. It's one of the simplest things I have ever made, and I am really loving it. Alex loves the crumble. He said to me, if I start making that crumble weekly, he's going to put on so much weight, because it is delicious, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to get baking that for today so that I can take over a fresh crumble ready for the Sunday roast. I thought we could do a bit of a bake with me. I can show you how it's done, and I will leave the recipe. I have altered it slightly just because I found personally the recipe that Gemma shared, I didn't find there was enough crumble. And also I'm going to be making a bigger batch today, so I will share my recipe down below for you guys if you do want to make it yourself. Let me know if you want me to do maybe like blog posts with my recipes and stuff like that, so I'm really enjoying getting back into baking for the cozy season. So let's get going and make a delicious strawberry and peach crumble. Okay, ready to get baking. So I'm just going to preheat the oven to 180 just so that is all ready to go once we have started with the crumble. So I'm going to start with the actual fruit, the kind of like bottom section, and the best thing to do with regards to this is like make sure you chop it all up. So I just get the peaches out, get rid of all the juice, and give them a good old chop so they're nice and finely sliced. I've got a bowl for the like juices and everything like that, and I've also just got a big bowl for the crumble because I find you do need a bigger bowl than you think. This is actually from my Kenwood. It's the biggest bowl I have in my kind of kitchen collection, but one thing I really like is that in terms of like tools or what you need, so simple. You don't need a Kenwood or a mixer or anything, you can literally just do it by hand. So I'm going to start with chopping up the fruit.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
Got the fruit here. I mean, how satisfying does that look? Oh, I just want to eat that up now. And I'm just going to add, so we've got sugar, lemon juice, and ground cinnamon to add in. And you just mix these all together. I mean, look how much sugar that is. Honestly, but trust me, it tastes amazing. And then just mix it all together so you have the loveliest, sugariest fruit. There shouldn't be too much like juice. One thing I will say with regards to the peaches is when you do use the oven is suddenly making very loud noises. When you do use the peaches in the cans, make sure to drain all of the water out. And even if you do find there's still a lot of water, put them in a colander maybe for 5 minutes just to drain a bit more. But there we have the base ready for the crumble. Now let's move on to the top. Let's move on to the crumble part. So I find it's best to use 2 separate bowls just so that you can keep them completely separate whilst you're doing it. So all we need is plain flour, brown sugar, and butter, I think. Let me just double check. Do I need caster sugar for this bottom one? Oh, and ground cinnamon. That's the 4th ingredient. I knew there was four ingredients for the crumble, which is honestly so simple. I'm just using, this is a Joseph scale that I got for the kitchen. It's so handy because it's really tiny and you can just pop things on top and then obviously set it to 0 and then add all the ingredients in together. Now because there's not too many wet ingredients, they can kind of just be added on top of each other and then you can just mix them all in together afterwards. I'm so lazy as well, I can't even be bothered to like add on, so I literally just, after I add each ingredient, reset it to 0 so that I can make sure I'm adding the exact right amount of the next ingredient.
Castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
How do I mix?
Literally just mix it about like you would anything else. I did not consider.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. You don't want to get it too crumbly, just make sure to get these bits off the side. I didn't consider how much it was going to hurt my shoulder.
A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go.
You excited for your crumble?
I am. Is this my batch?
Well, I'm just doing a big batch. I've got these two for...
Have you explained to your audience that you're having to do 2 batches?
I haven't.
I think you
well,
should.
for you,
Yeah.
well, for everyone else.
I think you should. I think they find it funny.
Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel.
Okay, we are ready. We've got the fruit and we've got the crumble. Thanks to Alex's help. Honestly, I did not consider how much it was going to hurt my shoulder from having to do the mixing, so be warned. Maybe I should have got the Kenwood out. But one thing I will say when you do the crumble is not to mix it too fine. You don't want it to be like breadcrumbs. You want it to be a little bit lumpy, a little bit imperfect, because that's where you get like the crunch in the crumble. So I think, to tell you the truth, I think we've done this a little bit too fine, but obviously I wanted to make sure it was all mixed together, and because it's a much bigger batch, I wanted to make sure it was all, you know, there was no like loose flour or butter or anything like that. So, ready to load up the dish with the crumble. So we've got obviously the fruit underneath and then the crumble over the top, and I am so excited about this, honestly. This crumble is just amazing.
On our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond road. Dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes.
Okay, the crumbles are ready to go in. So I've got 2 here. You could either just do like obviously one big dish. I've done 2 separate dishes of crumble. One of them is an Alex dish so that he can have his, but oh, it looks so good. So a couple of things that I forgot to mention as I was doing it that I thought I would just say before I put them in. Number 1, when it comes to the crumble, make sure that you pack it all the way around the edge, because these are such like juicy fruits, they will bleed, and it will bleed through the crumble, and that's absolutely fine, but you just don't want to, you want to make sure it's not bleeding around the edge and like coming out. And secondly, I've done it a little bit differently today. I've decided to half the strawberries instead of quarter them. The last 2 times I've done it, I've quartered the strawberries, and I do find that they kind of, not evaporate or disappear, but they do kind of go a little bit soggy, and they do just disappear a little bit between the peaches. So I thought if I did halves, then they might be able to last a little bit longer. But they are ready to go in the oven for 50 minutes. So all my hard work ready to wait. I am so excited for these. So whilst we're waiting for that to bake, I thought I would show you a couple of bits that I have bought recently. I did a little bit of an order on M&S, and I also picked up a couple of bits on Next because I am feeling quite inspired at the moment. So I'm not gonna lie, I did a little bit of a boring order, but some really practical items. Now this is actually opened because I was wearing one of these pairs yesterday, but I picked up some new leggings. Now I definitely am noticing that is something I'm loving wearing at the moment, just like leggings, riding boots and a jumper. I feel like that's like my weekend style. I mean, the irony that I'm not actually wearing that today, but I feel like that is such a weekend style for me, and I really love that vibe. So I realized I needed to pick up just some more like jersey leggings. Now I must say, with these leggings, they are a little bit more see-through than maybe your like sports ones, so I do find that longer lined jumpers are much better to wear for them, and just watch what underwear you're wearing with them as well. I will link down below my favorite underwear from M&S if you do want to shop it, because I really love something a bit more full brief, a little bit more coverage, and I don't like seeing the lines, you know, when you're wearing your leggings leggings, so that's why I like to wear a little bit of a longer, a little bit of a thicker jumper. So I picked up a little 2-pack of those, which is so handy to have. I feel like you always can do with a pair of jersey leggings in your wardrobe. And whilst I was looking at those, I noticed that M&S also did these suede leggings, and I thought they were really, really cool. Now, one thing I love about M&S is that they do short, regular and long in like all of their trousers, like literally all of their trousers, which is so handy, because as a shorter girl, I hate having that bunch at the bottom when you've got leggings, and I don't find that leggings really work when you try and roll them. So to be able to shop a petite pair is really, really exciting. So I picked up this gorgeous pair. They're a high-rise suede legging, and I thought they would be a really lovely, again, just like a weekend outfit with a pair of boots and like a little jumper. I thought would look so nice. And then this really gorgeous, like almost chocolatey colour. I just fell in love with them. I can't tell you how soft they are as well. Like, they're literally the softest things in the world. So I picked those up as well from M&S. Now, moving on to next, I have been quite inspired recently with regards to hairstyles, what I'm doing at the moment, like how I'm styling up my hair. And one thing that I loved last year was a little bow in my hair, and I definitely think I need to work at doing a few more hairstyles, maybe using a few more accessories in my hairstyles just to change it up a little bit, because I feel like it can be so easy to just fall into kind of like the same routine with regards to your hairstyles. When something works, you just do it every single day. But I feel like, especially with having like a bit more of a, you know, I'm doing the buns recently, I want to like incorporate the bows back into my hairstyle. And something that I feel like a lot of girls really pull off is hairbands. So I picked up a couple of hairbands from Next that I wanted to show you. So first of all, we've got this really gorgeous number here. Now, one thing I do find with hairbands, I have such a pea head, like genuinely have such a small head. I always have to go for like the smallest size with regards to hats. I can't go for anything with too big a brim. And with hairbands, I feel like my head size really shows. So I can't go for anything too big. You know, there's like Tudor styles, like big Alice bands and things like that. That's not something that suits me. That's not something that I can pull off at all, in the slightest. So I saw this one on Next and fell in love, because it looks like the big, you know, hairbands that everyone's wearing at the moment, but it's a much smaller version. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to show exactly how it looks. Obviously, having my hair in a bun, that does not work, but it is so much smaller than other hairbands, and that is what I fell in love with it for. Like, it sits a lot more flush to your head. It doesn't come out like to here. It doesn't make you look like you've got a teeny tiny head, and I just thought it was the loveliest thing. So it's like a black velvet with these like diamantes running through it. So I feel like it's the kind that you could really easily style up for a bit more of like an evening festive look, and I really like that it's quite a soft one as well, so this shouldn't give you like too much of a headache or, you know, like start to pinch. I really hate it when the hairbands start to pinch, but I just thought that would be so lovely. Maybe like with curly hair, just push back off your face so that your hair can kind of fall behind your neck. Oh, I thought that would be such a lovely one for Christmas. And the other one I picked up is this absolutely stunning pearl number. So it's got this gold band, metal band with these pearls running over it, and again, I just fell in love with it. Oh my goodness, it definitely doesn't work with the bun, but ignoring the bun, pretend that I've got nice curls running down the back of my neck. But I just thought this was so lovely, and you guys know how much I adore my pearls. I really love them for like just such classic, timeless outfits. I feel like they really elevate your look, and I thought this would be really lovely to style up with them. So again, for maybe a bit more of an evening look, although actually you could definitely wear this daytime with maybe some pearl studs, a little pearl necklace, and like a jumper dress or something like that. I just think would be so cute. And actually this might work for straight hair as well. I'm gonna have to test it and do a little bit of practice, but I thought these were two lovely hair accessories to add into my collection, because I really want to start styling up my hair a little bit differently and just having a bit more fun with it in the festive season. So that's what I've been picking up recently. I think we've got about half an hour left until the crumble is ready, so I now just need to fill my time, because I get so excited. I just want to like stare into the oven and just watch it bake. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of sorting and organising before the crumble is ready, so that I'm not just sitting and waiting for it to bake. So let's get going. Okay, it's ready. Oh my goodness me. Look at that. It does bleed, as you can see, but oh my goodness, that looks so good. Well, I am one very proud crumble maker. They both look absolutely delicious. I'm going to let them cool down a little bit, and then I think we need to do a taste test. Okay, we are taste test ready. I'm so excited. How does this look? How good it looks. I've got my taste tester with me. Do you want to come over here? Where do we, is there a particular point you want me to?
Hello. Well, I was gonna say.
Alex,
Oh.
you're too You need to can you come down because I can't lift the camera. Okay, you're just gonna have to crouch on this.
Usually the corner pieces are good, but you've put it in an oval, so there's not really.
Well, I'll go
said
this corner here.
piece.
You need to crouch, I'm afraid.
Okay, nice one as well.
Oh yeah, get the ice cream out of the freezer.
Yes, I just want a teaser, a taster for later.
That's better.
You've got to put the ice cream over it.
What, so the ice cream melts onto it?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you even know how to do?
No, I
pudding?
always do it beside.
Right. Are we tasting together?
Yeah. You like?
That is. The first time you did it, there's not enough crumble.
Yeah, and then the second
Then
time.
the second time, there's too much crumble and
this time.
too less peaches. Whereas now, hang on, let me just see here.
Yay!
That is
Glad
really
you like
nice.
it. So we've got this for pudding after the roast.
Dream